The men's event at Gran Premio di Italiana was out there. I only had four out of the top six. I actually had Daniel Grasso in seventh or eighth place. However, did he prove me wrong? With a fight and some struggles, he managed to do enough to end up in third place, completely disrupting my top six and taking that bronze medal. I have to say about Daniel, I know it's the Olympic season, so now it's not the time for change. But after Beijing, I hope the team focus more on the other aspect of his skating. I don't know, maybe have him work with a different choreographer so that he can grow his skating vocabulary. And also maybe just focus on three quads because his jumps, oh, they look rough. And I feel it's because he's trying to do too much. But nonetheless, congratulations to Daniel disrupting my top six and taking that spot. Someone else that I didn't even have in my top eight that was completely off my radar is Denis Vasiliev. Was not on my radar at all. But he had a beautiful short program. He came in the long. He actually tried the quad sal. He didn't land it. Triple axels were a little iffy, but he landed all of his triples and somehow managed to get into the top four when I didn't even have him in the top eight. And he was so excited in the kiss and cry area. It was really, really nice to see. He actually might now have an outside chance at European. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now, the four that I did manage to pick out of this top six, starting off with my number one pick for the winner, who ended up winning, is Yuma Kagiyama. When I made my prediction that Yuma would be first, it was because of his ability to come back and fight. Tonight in the long program, he proved that assessment correct. Many young skaters finding themselves in seventh place after the short might have given up. Instead, Yuma came back fighting with three quads and six triples. I think the Japanese Figure Skating Federation should send Yuma to Brian Orser after the Olympics so that he can get like that finishing touch, that packaging, because he obviously has all the natural talents. And I think now it's just about getting him to the next level. I also hope he figures out how to do two clean programs because always having to come back is going to be very difficult for him. However, I picked him at number one. Yay, way to go, Yuma. My second pick for the silver medal, who actually won the silver medal here, was Mikhail Kolyada. This was an okay outing for Kolyada. He still has work to do. However, he's still clearly the top Russian man, so he doesn't really have to fear about being sent to the Olympic. I feel like he should just focus on slowly building and then start showing up at nationals, show up at Europeans, allow the judges to give him the scores that he needs when he finally gets to the Olympics. So I had him in second, and I don't think this was a bad place for him to end the event. I think this is a really good step in Kolyada's progress. I actually had Peter Gumenik on the podium. I had him as my bronze pick. Oh, poor Peter overall. He finished in eighth. I think this was a rough outing for Peter. However, I still think he could learn from this event and have a comeback at Russian National and then maybe get chosen to go to European. I'm not giving up on my little Peter yet. I think he has a chance at the third spot for the Russian men. We'll have to wait and see. Cha Hyunhwa finished in fifth. The short was beautiful. However, the long was a hard one. There were falls, there were pop. He was holding on. This was not the first skate that he needed as his debut long. Again, I still think that Cha is going to be a leader going into the 2026 Olympics. I just think right now the program just hasn't been practiced enough. He doesn't have the stamina. He doesn't have the muscles. He's just not quite there yet. However, the short was lovely. It's just that long was a little hard. And then I had in fifth, and then I also had in my top six Dmitri Aliev. Oh my God, Dmitri, my beloved Aliev. This was another hard skate for Aliev. I'm still gonna keep the faith because Dmitri has so many qualities that I love in a skater that I'm gonna keep the faith. Maybe he can have a comeback. I'm not ready to give up yet. And then rounding up my top six, who I actually had in the sixth place, is Tomona Kazuki. Listen, Tomona landed two quad. He did his job. He did his job. But the sad thing is he landed the hard jumps and then fell out of a spin. He must be so upset right now. Like he got the hard things out of the way and then fell on a spin. Which I'm not saying spins are not difficult, but compared to a quad, he must be like, what the hell? But I still feel like this was a great outing for him, and I think he could build from here. As for our leader going into the long program, Boying Jing, I actually had him in seventh and eighth when I was setting up my prediction, and he finished the night in ninth. I mean, after the short program, I honestly thought maybe Boyang was back to his 2017, 2016 self. Nope, nope, nope. Still the same hot jumping mess. The Bolero depression is now real. I don't know what's going to happen to China in their one spot. And I really hope Boeing is able to get it together, but it's not looking good. My guessing average was a little low for the men at this event. However, I still think I did pretty good, like 4 out of 6. Not too bad. How about you guys? How did your predictions go? Let me know in the comments below.